let's have a look-see. This one makes a return for Black Friday. So it's the 12 card tarot reading. So a reading for the year ahead. So we do a 12 card reading, one card for each month of the year. So let me show you what's included. We open with some testimonials of people who have had readings with me before. So one of them says, and now oftentimes when I'm doing readings for people, they're not even there live, they're listening to a recording later or watching a Facebook live video, depending on the format. So this person here says, Marilyn, I've just listened to this as I was called out unexpectedly this morning. All I can say is wow. As always, you were spot on with my reading. Thank you so much. And for the Huna, etc., much appreciated. It was amazing. So that's one of the things that I always hear from people once we've done a reading. This was someone else when I was doing the tarot and Huna big clearing calls. So they were group teleseminars. I did individual readings for people. But some of them said, hi Marilyn, hope you're well. Mentioned when I spoke that really grateful for the changes that were happening in my home. I now have the keys to my dream house right now in my hand. And that came as a direct result of the Huna and Access Consciousness Angel Tarot card reading in October. I've been umming and ahhing about my home, which was a bungalow, which we've now outgrown. It conflicted with a lot of areas. So you can come and have a read of this for yourself. But, you know, they close with saying, and there was something good. It ticks nearly every box and it's all happened in just 6 weeks. It's amazing. Thank you. Very best wishes as always. So, you know, there are tons and tons and tons of tarot testimonials over the years. And we've got some wonderful bonus items for you if you are taking advantage of this. So let me just run through those because quite a few of them. Now, depending on, oh, actually, yes, I'll come back to that in a minute. So depending on when you are booking will determine what's available. But at the moment, so there's the full 90-minute online private photo reading. And we can do it by Zoom, Skype. I've done it by FaceTime before. I've got a private online meeting room or by telephone. Now, when we come to the transcript, there's one particular platform that creates a transcript in real time while we're talking. So it will depend on the delivery option we're using, but we'll do a 90-minute tarot reading so we can get through the full 12 months. There's also the Bereavement Tarot ebook. If you've ever lost someone, the Bereavement Tarot readings are fascinating. So you get that included as well. You'll get the MP3 audio replay recording, just so you don't need to waste time taking copious notes. You can just sit back, relax, enjoy the reading. And then after the reading I'll create an audio recording for you and send that to a platform where you can then download it. And oftentimes people go back and listen to it 6 to 12 months after the reading. That's always fascinating. Also, if you'd like the transcript, then with regards to the transcript, it is, as in I'm not going to sit and do a massive amount of editing because that can take several hours. So I'm going to put about 30-40 minutes into just tidying it up a bit, but you'll pretty much get it as is. And of course you can do some editing and tidying up if you choose to, but you'll get a transcript for that. So if I were going to be charging for that, it'll be at least £75 for the time that it takes to sit and do that. You'll get the picture of your tarot cards. Now, people often find these really nice to kickstart their own intuition because I'm going on what I see in the cards and what that sparks in me. And oftentimes people look at the cards later and it will bring other things to mind and give you your own aha moments, those light bulb moments, those insights. And also, depending on when you're booking, if you're booking in the first 24 hours and there are still decks left, then you'll get my free coaching card tarot deck. That's 47 cards. It's a full color deck and you can do your own, and you can use these to do your own readings. You can also use them for intuitive purposes. You can pull a card a day, etc. And the cards cross a number of different genres. What I did with this, because people often say, oh my God, Marilyn, if I could just carry you around in my pocket, with, you know, the insight, the wisdom, the thoughts, the ideas. And so that was the idea for the coaching cards. It's like it's a lot of the things I do in the coaching sessions are now condensed down into the coaching card deck. And then there is an opportunity to save 50% off a soul plan reading, because the soul plan, again, we're at if you're watching this in real time, it's the 19th of November. So pushing into the new year, and the soul plan reading is a fantastic way. I mean, it's fantastic at any time, but given that the new year is when people are often thinking about, okay, what am I going to do? Where am I putting my focus? What is life all about? If you're asking bigger questions, then the soul plan reading is fantastic for that. So you get the opportunity to book that at half price. There's a summary here of everything that's included. So if I added all of that up, it's £409. So that would be something, I don't know, $500 and something for those who are paying in dollars, not pounds. And yeah, now this one, for everything I've just shared with you there, if you're in my membership group and you're a lifetime member, it's not £204. It's not even half price. You get 75% off, because I'm doing 50% off for Black Friday, and lifetime members get an extra 25% off for the first 48 hours. So you will pay £51 for everything I've just gone through there. If you're on my e-newsletter list, you get an extra 10%. So you get 60% off for that first 24 hours once the e-newsletter drops. And if you're general public, you still get a great deal. It's 50% saving. Now, the last time I opened this offer up, these readings up, it's been closed for the last 6 months. But the last time I offered it for a couple of days was when I did my birthday bonanza, celebrating my I doubled it, but I was celebrating my 24 years as a coach and therapist in October. And previous to that, it was made available last November, so November 2023. So you've got 5 days, if you're watching this in real time, to grab one of these. And yeah, somebody I read for last year, I think we did the readings late November. And they sent me an email in the May, so 6 months later. And they said, Marilyn, the thing that you said that was going to happen in May, it happened in May. Because they had the recording and they had the written transcript. And what was really uncanny, so they sent me that message. About 2 weeks later, I was with a friend in Watford. We were at an event. And they'd also done one of these 12-month ahead readings, and they also said, I don't know what was going on in May, but they also said, the thing that you said something that's going to happen in May, and it's happened exactly like you said it would, which is amazing. But I remember when I first offered this years ago, because I don't do this every year, it's been a few years since it came back, but last year, but prior to that, it'd been several years since I'd offered it. But when I did do it, there was someone else, and they were giving me almost like month by month accounts, and there was something very specific I said, and I think for them I said I think it was in the March. It was very specific and seemed sort of like just out of the blue and a bit of a curveball. But they sent me an email saying, Marilyn, that thing that you said that was going to happen in March, it happened in March. And then a few months later, Marilyn, that thing that you said was going to happen here, it happened here. So it's really, really uncanny the way that it plays out. But yes, so if you would like a reading, now here, what I've done, if you scroll down a bit, because I do free readings every month for everyone in the Facebook membership group, I do individual readings via Facebook Live. Because so many people would come back, they'd watch the replay recording, and then they would go, oh my God, that is so spot on. And that was happening for years. And so a couple of years in, what I decided to do is I actually went and I just chose one of the videos, and I just watched it I watched it back, and I typed it up word for word what I said. And then I put that, with people's permission, I put that next to their feedback in the comments. And I then put that together in a blog. So the blog is here. It's the marilyndevonish.com/the spot on power of Angel Tarot is amazing. So it's going to take you off to the blog site, but have a read of that, because you'll see the side-by-side comparison, what I said and then what people said when they came and watched the replay recording. I mean, there were things like I'd said to someone, in terms of your health, I'm not sure what's going on, but you may want to get a second opinion. The reason why they weren't watching the live is because they were at the doctors or hospitals getting a second opinion. There was someone else. I said, you know, don't know why, I just keep getting organic veg. It was the same person, actually. I said, I just keep getting organic vegetables in my head. I have no idea why. And because they were not well, I didn't know all of this was going on, but because they were unwell, they said on the way back, they hadn't seen my Facebook Live, my reading, but they said on the way back from the appointment, they just felt compelled to go and buy some organic vegetables. It was, you know, it's stuff like that, that you're just like, whoa. There was someone else when I was doing their reading, because I know them. So I'm doing the reading. I said, look, I don't know why. I said, I don't think you're the NAP, the NAP type person. But I said, I really get the sense that just having a good nap would be just brilliant for you. So I'm about 45 minutes into the Facebook Live and they appeared on the live and said, oh, so sorry I'm late. I was having a nap. And I was just like, and I said, did you see your reading? They went, no, I've only just arrived, because, you know, in the chat. And I'm like, okay, when you go back and rewind it, you're going to laugh. So it's always just mind blowing. So yeah. This is what it is. The URL is Marilyn Devonish. That's one word, MarilynDevonish. So marilynDevonish.thrivecart.com/tarot. I'm sort of near the top here at the URL, /tarot-reading-with-Marilyn-Devonish. So that's the URL, but wherever you are watching this, there's either going to be a link in the comments, link in the description, etc. But grab this while you can. I've also added here something that I did for, what was this one? Fate and Fortune magazine. Now, when I said yes to doing this, I didn't actually quite realize what I was saying yes to. They said they want someone who does readings. And I thought, oh, yeah, I'll maybe do an interview about the tarot. Oh, no. It was called the 10 Hit Psychic Challenge, which I didn't realize until the day before, because they then said, oh, you know, you'll do a reading with one of our readers. Oh yeah, cool. Okay. And then when I got the brief and like, here's the details and they're going to ring you, or this is the number and And I thought, hold on a minute, the 10 Hit Psychic Challenge. And the way that it works is you do a reading for someone and they rate you on the things that you said on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm like, oh my God. I didn't realize that was what. But anyway, I thought, Marilyn, don't think about that. Just do the readings as you always do them. Forget about the fact that they are rating you and assessing you and all the rest of it. And then you don't know what that is until and it's a physical magazine. So you can see a screenshot of the magazine here. It's blurred out because it was a magazine that was for sale. So it was a case of going and buying it rather than just reading it here on my thing. So it wasn't until several months later that the magazine came out that I saw what the person said. Now, thankfully, I scored 10 out of 10. So that was like, phew. So yeah, there's a bit of information there. Actually, what I might do, because I've got a tarot metaverse room, I might add the tarot metaverse room somewhere to here. But yes, check it out. Depending on whether you're in a membership group or the e-newsletter or public, the prices will be slightly different. But as I said, it's 75% off for those of you who are lifetime members. So you'll pay £51 instead of £204. It's 50% off for the general public. And for the first 24 hours, it's 60% off for those of you on my e-newsletter list. Now, you don't need the code, because depending on where you are, I've shared the link for the 75% off in the Facebook membership group. Tomorrow, the e-newsletter, I will share the link which has the 60% off code. I'll put the one for 50% as well, because if you happen to open the new e-newsletter after the 60% has expired, I'll put the 50% in as well. And then the 50% one is what you'll find on my social media pages. So yeah, oh, and this one here, you might want to have a read of this video. One of my clients brought me a really lovely deck of cards, sent them to me in the post. It's a Banksy deck. The Banksy deck is very unusual, not your traditional tarot cards. So I decided to go and do a Facebook Live, and I said, would anyone like a reading? And someone from America who I've never met, we're just Facebook friends, we've never met, don't know how we, you know, not quite sure how he got connected, but she's out in the United States, and she said, yes, I would. And I said, well, this is a public reading. Is that okay? Yeah, fine. So she volunteers. And what unfolds was just mind-blowing. Her name is Frantonia, and her Granny Gracie, turned up during the meeting. Now, Granny Gracie is not of this world. She has passed on. So it turned into a mediumship session, because I'm aware there's a woman sort of standing behind me. Not that I could physically see her, but she was saying things to me. And that's not the way I would normally speak to someone. So I wouldn't speak to a woman that I don't know. I wouldn't be calling her baby. You know, that's the world of Dirty Dancing. No one puts baby in the corner. But eventually she was so insistent. I said, look, Frantonia, I'm so sorry. This isn't normally how I would speak. And I relay what's being said to me. And Frantonia says, that's Granny Gracie. That's exactly what Granny Gracie would say. And then once we had that acknowledgement, Granny Gracie was off, full on, full tilt. So that was fascinating. Now it was a Facebook Live. And so that's all recorded. So press play if you want an interesting insight. We're not doing mediumship sessions with these. We're doing the year, unless someone particularly turns up who's quite insistent. But that's not the sort of thing I mean, people often say, oh, Marilyn, you're clairvoyant. Marilyn, you're a channel. Marilyn, you're a medium. That's not really the way I see myself. However, you from the outside looking in, it's similar. Anyway, I shall leave it there. So you've got the URL, you've got the countdown timer, you've got a rundown, you've got a bit of what to expect with regards to the readings, you've got a rundown of what's included, etc., etc. And you have to scroll all the way down to the bottom and then click that to continue, and then it takes you to the payment page. And if you do want to do the soul plan reading, then you just click that and add it to the cart, and it will make an adjustment to the pricing. Alrighty, so I will leave it there. Any questions, any queries, you can ping them into the comments or send me a DM, and I look forward to reading for you if you would like to grab this opportunity while it is available for Black Friday. Marilyn Devonish, the Neuro Success Coach and Rapid Transformation Specialist and Futurist from transformationstm.com, over and out, and wishing you a fabulous morning, afternoon and evening wherever you are in the world, and a really wonderful day, week, month, year and life ahead. Catch you later.